Everybody, Alligatorsaurus here with some Wednesday night Indy Gaming League Hump Day, Star Wars Day. We're celebrating. We got the lightsabers. We already got the Stormtrooper helmet. You know we have it. We got the tie, Darth Vader. I don't know how much is coming up on screen, but we got a Darth Vader tie for tonight. I wore a tie for this. I mean, I'm excited. It's going to be a good one. I don't often cast on Wednesdays here over on the channel, but I am excited for this one. Enteleki Gaming versus Team Nike. Team Nike, we've seen some of the players before on stream. Ethereus, Obi, Meatman, Little Giant, Bob Optimal. Enteleki are relatively new to me. Still Nuggets, Ninja Man, Awesome, Clutch, and Umerich. I didn't double check that one ahead of time. That's on me. My bad, chat. But it should be a good one. What's up, Cake? I know you were first. We were playing ahead of time, so you cheated, but it's okay. I respect it. Aaron, welcome back as well. The Banana's always here. If you'll be my bodyguard. I love it. I love it. Thanks so much, y'all, for coming back. It should be a good one. We have one series for us tonight. Like I said, it is going to be Enteleki Gaming versus Team Nike. We'll get a little bit of the, the pre-show stuff going. We'll get the predictions up. We do have the lobby up, and the info is out to the captains. They will be able to hop in once they're able to. Excited? Appreciate that, Aaron. I'm excited for it, too. And it should be a good matchup. Enteleki Gaming, they're 2-2. Team Nike, 3-1. Fairly similar in terms of how the season has gone. But if you want to roll more than a little bit of just like paying a lip service of saying, well, it's similar, it's seeing going, whatever, you can throw a prediction in, throw some channel points in, we'll give you a little more information as you're looking at this. Enteleki Gaming, like I said, they are 2-2, 1.75 goals per game, 3.13 saves, and 0.81 assists. All four members of the squad here from DTP Gaming have rotated through. They've had time on the pitch. Banana saying, shout out my shows, Douglas. I would if I could, but they don't hang out with me. I miss it. I do want to get a couch or a chair here or something, so they will sit here. They have a bed behind me, but you don't get to see them. So I would love to get that a little bit better. Then you Enteleki Gaming, like I said, 2-2, 50% game win percentage. Makes sense. 2-2, 50-50. Cam, I'd love to do it, Aaron. Actually, I'm getting it worked into to be able to do one like that. But week one, Enteleki 3-0 forfeit win in favor against NF Rogue. They dropped 3-1 against Mad Ice in week two. Week three, over on Mean Marine's channel, dropping 3-1 against EV Nexus. Mean Marine, if you haven't checked him out, great dude, great energy, great vibe. And then a 3-2 win against Mad City in week number 4. But they're not the only ones on the pitch here tonight. Team Nike will be looking to try to pick up a dub here. They are 3-1, trying to move up to that 4-1. Once you get going to the playoffs for Indy Gaming League, you get 3 wins, you're pretty safe. But if you want to get to 4 wins, you get the really good seeds. Oh, but thanks for casting. Thanks for asking. Been a pleasure. I'm glad to do it. With Team Nike, speaking of Obi, Team Nike, a player, they're coming in 3.67 goals per game, 1.53 saves, and 2.13 assists. All 5 members of the representatives here from Benevolent Esports having seen action during league play here in the spring circuit. So they're rotating through. You like to see it. I love to see it. Banana saying you want a 1 inch by 1 inch on myself, 1 inch by 1 inch on the game, in the majority of the screen, Doggo Cam. I would like that too, if they would hang out with me. But they're both big game mama's boys, which is cool, but which means they just ditch me. I am tempted to actually do a lizard cam, because I have some lizards, got a bearded dragon, he likes to hang out and all that kind of stuff. I might wire it up. We'll see. That is on a different floor of the house. That'd be a little bit tricky. But anywho, Team Nike 3-1, week 1, they got a forfeit win against Short Circuit Gaming Static Shock. It was going to be on Shell Shocked RL's channel, but unfortunate forfeit there. And I think Lizard, one of these days, I really want to cast with Drazzle on my shoulder. My beardy is a good boy. Very weird to pet, but he's a good boy. The Team Nike 3-1 over Mad City. So common opponent against Enteleki Gaming. Both Enteleki and Team Nike getting the wins over Mad City, 3-1 and 3-2 respectively. Mad Ice losing 0-3 to Team Nike, so back-to-back wins against Mad M-A-A-D teams for Nike. They did lose in 5 against Venus Heat over on Brambo's channel last week, so they'll look to try to reverse that momentum as they come here into week number 5. Second to last week. second to last week, and we're gonna find out what the records are gonna be for these squads as we go through. Got to learn how treats work. Bananas, if you can figure out, I'm gonna assume you I'm gonna assume you're talking about the geckos, because the dogs, they just like cuddles, and I'm a little bit busy when I'm casting. We're talking about the geckos, and you learn how to like do treat training to lizards. I'm gonna be impressed. I'm gonna be very, very impressed. It's not impossible. I've seen it happen before with like tegus and stuff. I don't know about smaller lizards. But it does look like players have hopped into the lobby. Still have the private match bug. It's a bit of a hiccup. It's a hurdle, a conundrum, a kerfuffle, obstacle in the way. But I do believe everybody is here. I'll be saying in chat, waiting on the other captain to confirm. But I do believe I saw people pop in. I mentioned earlier in the other nights that some of the hiccups with it are, I don't actually see when people are in the lobby. I can see when they join, but if I don't catch the notification, I can't actually fully see it. Aaron, you're right. I love Rocket League. I've more than 2,000 hours into it. I mean, 1,800 playing, 200 plus casting, and I still love it. I still look past some of the stuff, but it can be frustrating. But hey, I'm Fry, looking to alleviate some of the frustration. Dropping a follow, much appreciated, fam. We're getting closer and closer to 900. I would love to hopefully get to 1,000. I feel like that 4-figure mark would be huge. Be good for the ego, good for the heart, good for the soul. Look, we did get confirmation that Team Nike is in the lobby, which I do appreciate that. And I will see if Enteleki is good. We'll confirm it. No, that's true, Aaron. It's never game breaking. It's just little quality of life type stuff. It's just small little things. So once we get confirmation from the teams that both of them are in the lobby, we will head down to the pitch and get game number 1 of this best of 5 underway. Cool. And I did give the go-ahead to the players. We'll head down in just a moment. We'll get the volume back up. I was telling somebody the other day, I play at like 15%, but I cast at 70. So we do got to get that audio balance. And we'll get the information out. The characters on the play that we're both about to see. The play, the pace of play, the Rocket League back and forth through the air. What's going to happen? I don't know. But they have been given the go-ahead, and they are hopping on into the lobby. Once we confirm that all 5 are in, or all 6 are in, they are in, we will head down to the pitch. Game number 1, Enteleki Gaming versus Team Nike, a Tier 3 Division 13 matchup on this beautiful Wednesday night. Probably beautiful somewhere. It's been cold and rainy here, but, you know, it gives me more justification to hang out in the office, watch some Rocket League, watch these players go back at it, back and forth, looking to try to get this dub here late in the season. As mentioned, Enteleki 2-2, looking to move up to that 3-2 mark and more than likely secure a playoff spot. In week 6 cast, we will take a look at potential playoff scenarios, but a little early to predict. Team Nike already at 3-1, more than likely. Actually, both teams very likely to make it to the playoffs at this point. Just depends on seed and the momentum going forward. They both look to finish the circuit off strong. Enteleki Gaming, Team Nike battling back and forth. About a minute here into game number 1. Bob Optimal. Meat Man, easier to say. Rocking the shark fin on top of the Dominus. I used a very similar car back in the day, I'm not gonna lie. And I do like it. I talk a lot about how I like the car designs in this game. People have great creativity. But Bobtimal looking to get the pass over to one of the teammates. Cut off by Stale Nuggets. Stale Nuggets finding enough elasticity. Get up into the air quickly. The double commit out of the defense of Team Nike may actually transition over to an offensive opportunity saved by Stale Nuggets. Not only elastic in the air, but stoic on the ground. Looking to get a little bit offensive as well. Will not be able to get it on target. Much trying to get one there, but Dane Gleesack bringing it back the other way. Saved. Stale Nuggets again, picking up a save. They're working their way back through on the defensive end. Remember, folks, this is a Tier 3 matchup. We're looking at roughly the Champ 1 to Champ 2 level of play. You never know what you're going to see in this tier of gameplay. It's when you start getting into the players have obviously put a ton of time into the game. Mechanics and game sense are usually fairly top tier, one or the other. If both, they'll rank up very quickly through it. But certainly know what they're trying to do when they go into this. We have seen some flashes and flares here and there, hither and dither, as the clock continues to wither. Almost halftime of game number 1, and looking for the first goal. It will be Meatman butterflies galore. 2 minutes and 23 seconds into game number 1. Team Nike just doing it up along the corner. Meatman finding the angle, finding the first goal. Aaron, agree. What a shot indeed. Meatman rotating through, committing to the play. I don't know if it's a Meatman, but it is certainly a sharp cut of meat. They'll find that touch. Enteleki Gaming looking to dig their way out of the hole in the back half of game number 1. They will rotate through fairly cleanly on the defensive end. Team Nike doing well in the midfield to continue to apply pressure. They will not be able to hold on to possession for the moment. A missed touch by Stale Nuggets, but followed through by the rotating defenseman. Meatman will have time, but low boost, trying to pop it up over to Boptimal. Will be challenged out by Umeri. Still Nuggets setting it back downfield, flipping into position. This may be an opportunity. Needs to work it past the defense, bumped out of the way. Meatman getting the clear. Optimal taking out Clutch in entirety to remove the opportunity for a follow-up shot. Team Nike starting to show their chops again in the midfield play. They've done well to apply pressure, but really the hallmark so far of game number 1 has been the midfield rotations of Nike. They're able to get to the ball quickly, able to apply challenges, and to throw Enteleki out of their offensive rhythm. Enteleki showing flashes. They are showing that they have the opportunities, but they need to push through just that little bit more. As Optimal is going to take a suboptimal speed on this, as Stale Nuggets elevating, picks up the 3rd save. Enteleki Gaming still struggling to break out of their own half. Lisak trying to get to the next touch as well. Won't be able to get the double, but forces Enteleki back onto their own heels. Bit of an awkward rotation, but crisis averted for the moment. Meatman slows down, steals the boost, steals the show, looking to drop it down low over to Dane Glisak, and we'll send it back over the other way. Enteleki will need to seize this opportunity. Stale Nuggets will get the pop-up past Bob Optimal, and getting the demo as well. Double commit up onto the offense here from Enteleki, with a quick turn by Clutch, challenging onto the back wall. Will get bounced around just a bit, cleared out by Optimal, and he'll look to continue possession, pinched off over to the side, past the midfield line. Dane Glisak looking for the redirect on net, gets contact, not enough boost behind it. Optimal trying to send it back. 15 seconds left. Lucky Gaming still trying to find the first goal of this series. Team Nike more than happy to come away with a 1-0 lead, but they will have to defend from the midfield one last time. Boptimal splits the defense. Boptimal wants one more for the road. Why not, Boptimal? You worked for it. You earned it. Get the stats onto the board, King. As Team Nike take a 2-0 win in game 1. You can call the one goal a garbage goal. I don't care. I like it. It's momentum. Boptimal's feeling good at Team Nike. Take the win. Bananas, this is my only one tonight, I will say. It's the only series I'm casting. I had to cast on another channel for a different league earlier in the evening. We'll rock this one out here tonight. And I'm excited for it. Team Nike, Enteleki Gaming, they're fighting back and forth. They're doing very well in the process. Enteleki with 6 saves in total. 0 shots, 8 shots coming in from Team Nike. Interesting battle. I'm going to be real. I try to keep it in the back of my mind what the stats are going. I don't flash the stats on screen. Just don't want to distract, viewers or production side. But I thought it was going to be a little more balanced after how game number 1 went. Certainly Team Nike had the offensive pressure, but able to hold their opposition shotless is not what I expected to see. But still, very close fought. I would say more or less a 1-0 game. Final was 2-0. We'll head into game number 2, and folks, if you're listening, you are free to join the teams in subsequent games. In game number 1, we do prefer to get the go-ahead. That's just to make sure everybody's here, making sure connection works, no tech issues, etc. Once the series goes, feel free, hop on in. Float like a butterfly, sting like a bee. And if you're like me, peak at gold 3. No, champ 3. But anywho, game number 2. Enteleki Gaming looking to fight back here against Team Nike. We will turn on the running shoes early to come in onto the offense. Challenge coming out in front of the blue net. Murray Jr. looking to wrap it around, but Meatman will come in and send it back through the corner. Optimal taking an opportunity, trying to get the pass over to another teammate. Dane Gleesack up in the air, won't be able to make contact, but forces the defense to stay pinned to earth. And Meatman, again, the Butterflies make their appearance here in this spring matchup. And spring has sprung indeed for Team Nike. They continue to apply the offensive pressure that has done well for them so far in the 5.5 minutes we've seen of gameplay. Nearly getting another one off the kickoff. Mary Jr. will get the initial clear, the initial save, but Optimal getting involved on the offensive end. The second goal coming in from Nike, 35 seconds into the game. Now Aaron in chat, Nike has all the pressure indeed. Nike's come through immediately off the kickoff. They're pouncing, they're bouncing all out, trouncing in the offensive zone. When they've been pushed back on defense, they've done well enough. They've held the opponent scoreless. It hasn't been as clean as their offense has been, but their offense is clicking. There's no real need to change that up here so far in this series. This one's going to be a little bit of a hiccup here on the defense. Meatman credited with the goal. This one will just get popped up off the sidewall. An awkward bounce for the defender just underneath Umeri. It will drop in. Enteleki pinned back far. They have not had much room to work with. Aaron and Chad and Enteleki need to get on defense. Good, they can't win, and I will agree with that. What we're seeing quite a bit here in the 6 minutes of gameplay so far is Enteleki. It's a phrase that he used quite a bit, or a point that he used in a lot of different series, but I find that it continues to ring true. They're getting to the first touch, but not to the second. And that's where Team Nike are taking advantage of it. Even if Enteleki, they get the first one, they get the initial clear, they get the pop out, Nike are there to pounce and turn it right back around, and then Nike is there to get the second touch, to continue to apply pressure. And that's what's leading to pinning Enteleki back so far. But a leak out here, some pressure release for Enteleki. Dane Gleesack burning a ton of the boost. As it will rotate back through. The sound is totally off. I didn't do any of that. I thought I had changed that beforehand. I don't know what's going on. Omare Jr. does as he picks up the goal. And they will rotate back through. They will get the lead. Or not the lead, but they will get on the board. Bananas are lying to me. Saying tier 4 in the title is tier 3. I just checked it. Unless it was the wrong title, which I've done before. But you did get me there. Meatman almost getting the goal, but clutch is there. Optimal an opportunity. Omeri cutting through. They will push through. Nike from Aaron. Nike has sustained pushes while Enteleki are playing boomball. And I do agree with that. One of the big jumps from, say, the tier 3 to tier 2 level is getting the deliberateness of it. The follow-up touches are there. You get the first one, and it's not necessarily a big bang, but it can be kept close to the car, brought up along the side wall. But in this case, not really getting an opportunity, as Meatman is going to pop this one on net. A bit of an awkward speed for the defense, throwing them off just enough. Team Nike, after a game 1, went 2-0 in favor of the Orange Squad. Really opened up here 4-1. Just about halftime, Clutch picking up the Savior medal. Enteleki will still look to work their way back out of their half. Meatman looking to continue to make it an issue. Dane Gleesack might have the redirect, but Omeri coming through, getting the save, and a Savior medal for Omeri as well. And a pass from Clutch. 1, 2, 1, maybe 2? No, 3. Dane Gleesack the third, sending it deep downtown, off the post and in. And Dane Gleesack, I mean, that's an absolute dagger of a shot, especially when you factor in the post. Enteleki Gaming, they worked their way upfield. They had the 1-2, 1-2 as they look to work their way, but that deep push downfield, that lob up over the top, more than likely looking to be a bit frustrated with still time here for Enteleki Gaming. Do maintain that they have what it takes to keep pushing back in the series, to keep it going. Assuming game number 2 goes the way of Team Nike, less than 2 minutes to go, and 4-goal differential. That seemed like a fairly safe proposition. But Enteleki, the little things, if you take them in isolation, in a vacuum, are not necessarily poor play. It's the small follow-ups, the continuation of events, string them together into a line, and that is what leads to the script that what we've seen here tonight. Team Nike able to continue to apply that pressure. They'll take possession. Meatman was going to go ahead and take a shot, but Umeri picking up a save. Enteleki Gaming back onto their heels. We'll push it back. Aaron saying Nike are playing super well from a strategic standpoint. I fully agree. The rotation, I said it early in the cast for these guys. The midfield play has really been the stellar point here for Nike. They're rotating not too far out where Enteleki's booms are going, over their heads or out of harm's or out of reach, but close enough that they can dive in and continue to challenge immediately. There's always somebody there, and that really is proving to be the difference maker. We're in the final 40 seconds. Dane Gleesack is going to get the pool shot, make it 6-1. This one just an aggression play from Team Nike. Gleesack nearly getting it. Just an unfortunate bounce, unfortunate bump for Enteleki Gaming. As they'll look to try to get some of the momentum back towards the end of game number 2, potentially going into game number 3. We're at a point now where it has been discussed and debated. When you get into a situation like this, do you just try something new? Do you try to flow? And I'm a firm believer that you just try to keep the groove going. You try to keep the flow intact. For Enteleki Gaming, they can find it. Again, it's small things they can get past. Team Nike, they're doing very well in their own flow. And up 6-1, a handful of seconds left. Actually, one more for the road here. Battered around over in the midfield. Dane Gleesack downfield. Stale will keep it up. Natural for Brazil on the scoreboard. Optimal challenge out by Clutch. Sent back over towards the blue net. Stale Nuggets challenge. Double commit on offense. Meatman looking back. Again, to this point, we'll just change the stat lines. Goals per game average. Either way, Team Nike take game number 2. Very dominant fashion. Game 1, 2-0. It came to 6-1. Very strong bounce back. Umeri still picking up the 7 saves. 11 saves from Enteleki Gaming in game number 2. I'm doing quick shot count math in my head. 15 shots from Team Nike. We did see 6 shots from Enteleki. And 6 shots at a game normally is not necessarily bad. But 15 come from the opposition. Team Nike pouring on the pressure, pouring on the opportunities. And Enteleki, they picked up plenty of saves. They're rotating through, but eventually were unable to hold up against the pressure. They'll have to find a way through that here in game number 3. They're going to look to keep the series alive, the best of 5 series. And again, I do very firmly believe they have what it takes to do so. Team Nike, they're playing well. They're going to make it absolutely as difficult as possible for their opponents. So make sure we get the last player in here. Make sure we get the last person in here. We do have to have all 3 in. We have a connection issue, or we're going to have to double check this. We will have to... Okay, everybody's in right away. A bit of an awkward one. I'll see if there's any discussion about it. Obviously very awkward here from Boptimal. Rillo's able to get in the first 10 seconds. In the meantime, Sebastian, thank you for the follow. Much appreciated. Sebastian 1509. Is that nanometers or New Mexico? Not 100%. Boptimal might be having a bit of a hiccup issue. We're going to double check, make sure everything is good. Again, I can't see pings. I can't see connection type stuff. Just having controller issues. Can we get a restart? Unfortunately, not a restart. We will continue to play. This is a little bit awkward because it comes into the rules of it. We do have the players here. If Bob's able to switch over to KBM, if possible, if players agree to it, We'll make this we'll hop up to it. It's just a little bit awkward. And then I did type it in a little bit too late. So we will make a new lobby. Enteleki are going to get 2 goals to start the game. However, we'll try to get us connected. And folks pop through. It happens. Tech issues do happen in the game, unfortunately. We'll give them just the moment to try to get this reset. But Enteleki will get the 2. I get black screen trying to make the new lobby, of course. That's true, Nomio. It is true. Everybody did start quitting at that point. And they did stop playing before I could get to the keyboard. So the rules are that it is supposed to continue. It is supposed to play. We're going to get a new lobby up. We'll see if just the briefest moment helps. Enteleki will get the 2 goals to start the game. That one I'm not going to back down on. Again, just one of those awkward moments where the players did agree to it right away. It just kind of made it awkward timing. Yeah, Aaron, that's where I'm kind of torn on it, because with the rules of the league, no, game continues to play. They did agree to it. I'll say as an admin and the moderator of it, Enteleki are going to get the 2. Yes. Nomio, I agree with that. Just looking to get the new lobby info. So we'll get this as soon as we can. Gotta love making lobbies. Let's see if this works. Cool, we got one. Cool. Cool. I did have the information out to the captain. Sent it out. Hopefully it's enough time. We'll be able to continue on. Otherwise, they'll have to pull in a sub. And then Enteleki will get the 2 goals to start game number 3. But I am okay with the brief moment. If they're unable to get the controller going, we'll have to get the sub in. Always have to have a backup. That's true, Nomia. I've been a sub, I've been a starter, I've been both. It's always good to have somebody on deck. But all right, we'll see if maybe an inadvertent hiccup. We'll see if it ends up working out. What's up, Decaf? Decaf, I did get your DM. I'm gonna check the. I started watching the beginning of the video, and I had to pop over and start prepping for this. I did not mean to ego you by not playing earlier. That was more of like just trying to scramble in between and play. Already looking to that's true. And nobody you're exactly right. They are popping in. We do have all 3 members of Team Nike back in the game. We'll look to try to get Enteleki back in as well. Cool. We do have confirmation that Team Nike have made it. It's one of the awkward things, and I think I discussed this the other night, and I talk about it from time to time. One of the great things about online games is, being able to bring people from all over, states, countries, worlds, etc., back into all this kind of stuff. There are some of the issues with it, of course, having connection issues, tech issues, etc. So we'll get confirmation there. Like I said, looking to just try to admin this. If I had admin powers in the lobby, it'd be a lot easier. But I don't, and alas, there's no use worrying about that. We're just continuing to converse with the teams, make sure everything's good to go. We said confirmation that Nike are in, looking to get Enteleki, and we will get the 2 goals to them to start. I think about 10 seconds off the clock or so. And we'll get the confirmation just on the timing. So thank you everybody for the patience. We'll look to try to get this sorted. Stuff there's hiccups. It absolutely happens. I actually used to have a scene for this. Let's see if the image is still. I think I got rid of it actually. Anywho, we do have players hopping into it as members are there, and we'll make sure everything is good to go. And it will get the information out to it. As you can tell by the sounds, we are into the lobby. First goal getting scored and get put on the board. It will throw a little bit of a hiccup in terms of the stats and such. Yeah, they will look to reestablish the score. And perfect timing. Stale Nuggets, good timing on that. And we'll head into game number 3. This time, hopefully everything good to go. Hopefully technical issues is sorted. That will be the only technical hiccup that or I shouldn't say the only technical hiccup that we have, but the only pause. And that will be due to, and I'll give the players credit for it, the sportsmanship clause of it saying, yeah, they can do it. I don't disagree with that, but we will continue on. Game number 3, Enteleki will start with a 2-goal lead. They did score the 2 early on before the restart, so they will be credited with it. They will start with that lead. They are down 2-0 in the series, looking to get the comeback. If Nike are able to regain that offensive pressure that we saw from them earlier in the day, it certainly wouldn't be, say, not too terribly surprising if they're able to put a few goals on. Enteleki will have to take advantage of the situation. Get a challenge out in the midfield. Stale Nuggets, a touch over the top. Optimal will take it back over to the corner. Look for the touch onto the back wall. Pass over to Meatman, but cleared out by Umeri Jr. Stale Nuggets getting bumped by Boptimal as Team Nike looking to set up that offensive rotation that we've seen work from them well earlier. Boptimal will have just a bit of a suboptimal touch. Try to chase down a bump on the back line as well. Stale Nuggets. Bit of a hesitation to the ball. It will give Dayton Gleesack time to come up onto the challenge. Clutch getting the save, but it will get sent back over to the blue zone. Aaron saying, need to play like it's 0-0. Don't focus on the score. Fully agreed. This will be an opportunity here for Enteleki to have that little bit of a regain. They continue to play strong defensive Rocket League. A couple of demos coming out. Dan Gleesack will take it to the sky, looking for the air triple pop up over the top. Umeri over to the corner, but Meatman quick on the attack. Looking to set up a butcher shop downfield, getting the pass over to Boptimal. Back pass as well, potentially one too many touches in Clutch, looking to pull out all the stops up on the offense. We'll send down over into the blue zone. Clutch on the challenge, Boptimal wrapping around, keeping it low. Trying to get it onto the hood of the Fennec, but he will wrap it around past Umeri. Needs to get it past Stale Nuggets as well. Stale Nuggets continuing to do well on defense. Plenty of saves coming out from Nuggets. This time will not be saved. Dane Gleesack picking up the shot here. A little bit of an interesting one as he actually technically over-pursued it off of the ceiling, but able to get the follow-up flip and redirecting it back on net. The defense chased off by the offense. Team Nike get on the board just after halftime. Looking to try to get that equalizer as well, but Optimal's touch onto the back wall. Stale Nuggets picking up the save. Dane Gleesack there to run amok, gets a bump. Trying to get the follow-up touch off the pass. Will rotate back out into the midfield. Bit of a slow play here from Optimal. Meatman looking to pop it up. Clutch working their way through the offense. Interference coming out from Team Nike. Missed touch as well. Optimal onto the crossbar. Enteleki Gaming need to take advantage of it and take possession away. And a little bit of time off the clock. Team Nike have continued to play strong. They look to fight back. Final 100 seconds of game number 3. As they look to try to hunt for this equalizer. Meatman with the back pass will be stripped up by Clutch. Coming in, Clutch trying to get the follow-up touch. Will be chased back by the defense. Boptimal out of the corner, gets the pass over. Tees it up for Dane Gleesack onto the back wall. Trying to get one more over to Boptimal. 1-2-1. Boptimal, Dane, Boptimal following through. 77 seconds left in game number 3. Team Nike have equalized to continue to fight through it. It's similar in tone to what we saw earlier. They will continue. Don't want to call it Nike, not a bikey. You don't know how I talk, Bananas. I grew up in a very secluded area of northern Minnesota. I can call it whatever I want. It could be Team Neek. Team Neek versus Enteleki. I have gotten ripped on for my accent several times while casting. It's worth it. The final minute, game number 3, all tied up. 2-0 in favor of Team Nike in the series. And Enteleki Gaming looking to extend this series. Amari Jr. trying to get the pop-up pass to the defense. Optimal third man coming out of net, sending it downfield. Clutch of BK will be the first one to it. And gets the dunk on it deep into the orange zone as well. Touch off to the side by Dan Gleesack, trying to get some room. Final 20 seconds. Meatman will be credited with the shot. Nobody credited with the save, but it still will be held out of the net for the moment. We hit the final 10. Dan Gleesack look for the pop-out. Meatman back at midfield. Doesn't want to let the shot go over the top. I'm continuing to tick away. Stale Nuggets on target. Optimal with the save. Mary Jr. will be the first to it, but hits the ground overtime in game number 3. Enteleki Gaming trying to fight for a game number 4. Team Nike trying to come back from the bit of a technical hiccup. Will hang out deep in the blue zone, but pre-jumped by Umari Jr. Back over to the Team Nike half, onto the back wall. Boptimal trying to clear it out. Still Nuggets will retreat, will allow Clutch up onto the attack, waiting for the bounce, waiting to try to get the pass. Meatman will continue to be that bit of a prime cut, but Stale Nuggets getting the pass over to Clutch, saved by Boptimal. We continue to play 30 seconds into overtime. Meatman low on boost. It was stolen by the Nuggets. They may be stale, but they got plenty of boost in the back of the tank. None for Boptimal. Tries to get the pass over to a teammate. Dan Gleesack will not make contact. Meatman may be able to get one here. Still Nuggets has to be careful. This is Gleesack on the attack. Will not make contact. And all 3 members for Enteleki Gaming up on the offense, looking to try to get the passing play to work their way past the defense. It will be sent back by Team Nike. Clutch trying to send it back out onto their own. Meatman working the way, gets bumped, powers through. We'll slow it down to bait out the defense. Still Nuggets will take advantage of the bit of slowdown in play. Enteleki Gaming looking for that reload to send back to the orange zone. Bit of an awkward one there. Meatman unable to get the angle on the net. Still will force Enteleki Gaming back into the defensive positions. Meatman looking for the pop-up as well. Boptimal elevated. Boptimal looking to drop it low, and it will bounce through, but Stale Nuggets picked it up and will pick up the save as we get closer and closer to 2 minutes of overtime. Meatman looking to try to end it in the minute and change, and Meatman will with the bar down and in. Meatman sending Team Nike through with a win in 3 games in week number 5 against Enteleki Gaming. A very hard-fought series, a very well-played one indeed. Team Nike, the offense, ultimately able to push through the defense of Enteleki Gaming as they do take the win. GG's coming through in the chat, which you do love to see. Again, the sportsmanship here in the matchup tonight has been very good to see. I do legitimately like to see it. And Aaron saying in the chat, a lot closer to the stats would adjust. I would 100% agree with that. Very, very close fought series. You see it go 3-0. This one is going to be good. If you look at the replays, if the players are taking a look at it, there will be learning opportunities from it. And, you know, it's all the game. We're not going to take it too terribly serious. But like I said, opportunities to learn and grow. And try to get that little bit better every time we play. You don't go into a league to not try to get better. But congratulations, well fought. Congrats on the win, Team Nike. And again, a very well fought matchup between the 2 squads. We'll take a a very quick look, as I have forgotten to put my music on because I am super professional and know what I'm doing. Enteleki Gaming are going to be playing against Mad Surge next week. That'll be their week 6 matchup. Is Mad Surge currently 1-1? They have a couple of bye weeks matches that they need to play. On the flip side, Team Nike will be against Element Purple next week. We'll take a quick look at what their record is. They are 2-2 through 4 weeks. They right there in the middle of the pack for Division 13 of this Tier 3 circuit. But overall, a very well fought series. Thank you guys for having me on tonight, captains. You'll get an email from IGL asking for a review of the cast. If you didn't catch it during the match, you can always take a look at the VOD afterwards, or this will be on YouTube in a day or two. I got to get it uploaded and coded, etc. And I will have that out as soon as I can, at the earliest, just because of Twitch affiliation rules and such. We'd be looking at tomorrow, but that is the only one for me tonight. And Obi, thank you for having me on. It's a pleasure. Enjoyed being back here, being able to cast.